So hello guys, welcome back to Artificial and Facts. In this video we will discuss about two-way analysis of variance and two-way ANOVA with interaction. So let's start that. First, what is analysis of variance? Analysis of variance or ANOVA is a statistical formula used to compare variances across the means or average of different groups. A range of scenarios use it to determine if there is any difference between the means of different groups. For the example, the study of the effectiveness of different diabetes medications, the scientists designed an experiment to explore the relationship between the type of medicine and the resulting blood sugar level. The sample population is a set of people. We divide the sample population into multiple groups, and each group receives a particular medicine for a trial period. At the end of the trial period, blood sugar levels are measured for each of the individual participants. Then for each group, the mean blood sugar level is calculated. ANOVA helps to compare these groups' means to find out if they are statistically different or if they are similar. The outcome of ANOVA is the F-statistic. This ratio shows the difference between the within-group variance and the between-group variance, which ultimately produce a figure which allows a conclusion that the null hypothesis is supported or rejected. If there is a significant difference between the groups, the null hypothesis is not supported and the F ratio will be larger. And now we move to the two-way ANOVA. A two-way ANOVA is used to estimate how the mean of a quantitative variable changes according to the level of two categorical variables. Use a two-way ANOVA when you want to know how two independent variables in combination affect a dependent variable. For the example, you are researching which type of fertilizer and planting density produce the greatest crop yield in a field experiment. You assign different plots in a field to a combination of fertilizer type and planting density, and measure the final crop yield in bushels per acre at harvest time. You can use a two-way ANOVA to find out if fertilizer type and planting density have an effect on average crop yield. When to use a two-way ANOVA? You can use a two-way ANOVA when you have collected data on a quantitative dependent variable at multiple levels of two categorical independent variable. A quantitative variable represents amounts or counts of things. It can be divided to find a group mean. A categorical variable represents types or categories of things. A level is an individual category within the categorical variable. And the next is two-way ANOVA with interaction. Two-way ANOVA with interaction, same here, means coming from the same category. So it can be concluded, first, what needs to be seen is the purpose of comparing the group average of more than two. Second, the sample used is a sample that has been categorized per group equally. And the third, which needs to be understood, is that each group is tested again. This is like combining one-way ANOVA and two-way ANOVA without interaction. The assumption that must be fulfilled in the analysis of variance. The first, the data is normally distributed because the test use the F-Snedeker test. And the next, the variance is homogeneous, known as homoscedasticity, because only one estimator is used for variance in the sample. And the next, each sample is independent of each other, which must be regulated by proper experimental design. And the last, the components in the model are additive or add to each other. Here we'll explain hypothesis in ANOVA with interaction. In the two-way analysis of variance with interaction, there are three hypotheses used, namely whether there is an average difference between categories, both categories based on rows and columns, and another additional hypothesis is whether there is an interaction between row and column categories. You guys can see here, there is the column ANOVA hypothesis, row ANOVA hypothesis, and interaction hypothesis. So we move to the tutorial of two ways ANOVA using SPSS. We're in SPSS now, and for the test example I did is the effect of gender and education on math test scores. So this is a variable view. In the name we have a gender, education, and scores. And also the label same as number, gender, education, and scores. And for the value, in the value we have 1 is male, 2 is female. For the value in the education, we have 1 is junior high school, 2 is senior high school, 3 is college. And the measure is nominal and scale. Move to the data view. In this example, I have a data view. I have a data from the internet of the test. This is the data. So we will begin with the analyze and find the general linear model, and then univariate. We move to the scores into dependent variable. We move it, and for the gender we move to the fixed vector, also the education in vector vectors. And we get into the plots. In plots, gender we put into the horizontal axis, and for the education we put into the separate lines. And then click add. After that, we have an interaction between gender and education, and then continue. So after plots, we move to the post hoc. In here we move it education get into the post hoc test. And don't forget to checklist the Tukey. After that, we continue. So we move to the next is option. In the options we have so many lists, and we just checklist is descriptive statistic and homogeneity test. And don't forget, make sure the significance level is 0.05. Then OK, and then we move to the OK for the result. This is the result, as you guys can see. And for the descriptive statistics, from the table we can judge the average test scores by gender and education. For example, the average test score for male with junior high school education is 32.43, while the test scores for female with a high school education are 65.13, and so on. And next, for the homogeneity assumption 11 test, in the table shows the value significance is 0.561, where is more than 0.05, so it can be said that the variance between group is significantly different. Next, from this table we got the important values and the conclusion of two-way ANOVA hypothesis based on the 7 conclusion in the table, especially points 1, 3, 4, and 5 are the most important without neglecting the others, because the result of F-test indicate that there is a significant difference or accept H1, then ANOVA test should be proceed to the next stage, namely the post hoc test. And this is the Tukey post hoc table. The Tukey post hoc table used to assess which categories of education variables have significant difference. And here there are significant difference are marked with a star. As you guys can see, the star after the number in mean difference from the table. All of them are marked with a star, meaning that all of them have a significant differences. And the last one is the plot diagram. As you guys can see, the diagram shows that are line misalignments, so an interaction effect is suspected. So guys, that's it about explanation and tutorial using SPSS about the topic two-way ANOVA. Hope you guys enjoy the video, hope you guys understand, and see you in the next video.